All right, I want to talk about misplaced euphoria. So what do I mean by misplaced euphoria? Here's what I mean. If you saw the video from 2 days ago, I shared a video from February 23rd that showed that I was on the right track with my thinking as to what was going to happen for the first half of 2021, that we were going to see a top, that we were going to see a fake out, and that people would say that we were in a bear market. And however you want to define it, sure, you could define this as a bear market, but it's not a 3-year, 4-year bear market. It's like a 3 to 4 month or 6 month bear market. But there was one key element in that video that did not end up coming true. And as I'm looking back on it, honestly, guys, I'm losing sleep about this. I've been losing sleep just trying to figure out where did I go wrong? What did I miss? And the big thing that I missed is I was waiting for a blow off top. I was waiting for the price of Bitcoin to go up to $100,000, and that would indicate a signal that we were near the local peak. But there were other signs that this market was getting way too frothy, and all I was doing the whole time was just waiting for Bitcoin to shoot off, and that never happened. I mean, it certainly did, but not to the extent that we were thinking. And so what happened, and this is what I'm talking about with misplaced euphoria. I mean, I was, if I were to give myself a grade, I would say that I was 85 to 90% right with what happened, even down to the date. I mean, Bitcoin peaked right in the middle of April. That's exactly, the date in my mind, actually, I never said this, so you're just going to have to trust me on this. The date in my mind was April 18th. Bitcoin peaked on April 14th. It just didn't go up to $100,000. And so misplaced euphoria. And I remember seeing this from my live streams. I remember seeing lots and lots of people. No one wanted to buy Bitcoin at that time. Nobody wanted to buy Bitcoin. They just thought the returns, the potential of Bitcoin going to $200,000 this year when it was at $60,000 or $50,000, that wasn't sexy enough. And so they wanted something that would get them a better return sooner. And that is a huge, huge warning sign, okay? So just to recap, this is what I was expecting, 2013. Look at that super sharp increase up to $230 peaking on April 9th, going all the way down over the, very sharp crash on April 16th. A week later, it was down to $68. That's crazy. But then the bottom was on July 6th, around $66, before a steady climb and then a rise up to its cycle peak of over $1,000 in 2013. I wasn't expecting as dramatic of price action, but I was expecting something similar where we would go to $100,000, but instead we just kind of stalled. We were there for 13 weeks between $58,000 on February 21st and $56,000 on May 25th. We stalled. That's a 3-month period of just stalling around that range before falling. And so we didn't have that blow off top. And so where was the euphoria? There wasn't really euphoria with Bitcoin this time around. We never got to that point. There's several indicators I could share with you that'll show you we never got anywhere near the point in a typical Bitcoin market cycle where you have this insanity where people are talking about, oh, it's a new paradigm, we're in a new world, and then all of a sudden it crashes. This time was different in a way. So where did that euphoria go instead of Bitcoin? Well, think about 2013 versus now. How many cryptos existed in April of 2013? I mean, I'm not going to look it up, but how many? Like 3, 2, something like that? All of the energy had to go to Bitcoin. Now, we did have this blow off top in 2017 when there were plenty of other cryptos in existence. So what do I say about that? I don't know. Maybe that's the last time we'll ever see something as crazy as that with the price of Bitcoin going crazy. I think we've gotten smart to the point where it's like, no, or stupider to the point where it's like, no, I want better returns, and so I'm going to look elsewhere. And so the difference between now and then is just it's this, or it's not that. It's, give me 1 second here. It's this. look at all of these cryptos, and this doesn't, I mean, look at on the Ethereum blockchain, there's so many that are just showing up as dots here. This is the difference between now and 2013. And so there was plenty of euphoria, but it was misplaced. And so let me finally answer this question. Where did it go? Well, it went to Dogecoin, it went to Shiba Inu, it went to SafeMoon, etc., etc. I mean, look at this. 8 cents on Super Bowl Sunday, traded flat for a bit, and then I remember this. What day was this? All right, April 14th, it shot up to 18 cents. On April 14th, I made my most viewed TikTok. April 14th, remember, that was the day that Bitcoin peaked at $64,900. So instead of Bitcoin, all of this momentum going into Bitcoin, shooting it to $100,000, it went to Dogecoin, it went to other cryptos, but it stayed away from Bitcoin. So April 14th, 18 cents, I made my most ever viewed TikTok. Last I checked, it had 1.2 million views, talking about how crazy this was with Dogecoin. And I didn't even know the half of it at the time. I mean, it peaked out at 49 cents the next day. I think it was the very next day, peaked out at 49 cents, then took a dip, then went higher to 40. Oh wait, no. So April 18th, that was that day that I thought Bitcoin would go to $100,000. April 18th, topped out at 49 cents, and then had a correction, went down, and then Elon, if you remember Saturday Night Live, peaked out. Bitcoin peaked out that day. The highest I saw it that day was 75 cents. And so that's a lot of money pouring into Dogecoin, a lot of dumb money pouring into Dogecoin, a lot of people looking at Bitcoin and thinking, nah, I'm not going to invest in Bitcoin, when in 2013 that was really the only option, and they're putting their money somewhere else. And so here's the, just thinking forward, this bull run is not over. I am convinced of it. And when we get to the point when this bull run peaks, sometime between November of 2021 and May of 2022, maybe even a little later than that, but sometime around that time, here's what I'm going to be paying attention to. I'm not going to be looking for a Bitcoin blow-off top. I'm going to be looking for blow-off tops in places that they should not be, like Dogecoin. I'm going to be looking for misplaced euphoria. Burn these words into your minds right now. Misplaced euphoria. Dogecoin had misplaced euphoria. People were all excited about it. People were saying all the dumb things that they said when Bitcoin topped out at $20,000 in 2017. All the same dumb things they were saying about Bitcoin, that they were saying about Dogecoin. They said that about Bitcoin in 2017. And I remember I kind of ignored it because why? Because I was waiting for $100,000 Bitcoin. That's why. I was waiting for $100,000 Bitcoin, so I ignored this. But listen, when Bitcoin got up to 18 cents and then 25 cents and then 49 cents in mid-April, I was terrified. That is a clear signal to the smart money that you need to be very conservative. You need to pull your money out. I was just blinded by this mindset that Bitcoin has to have a blow-off top, a local blow-off top, and it has to shoot up to $100,000. Never again. Never again. So that is all that I want to say today. The words misplaced euphoria, you've got to keep that on your radars. We are not going to see any euphoria for several months. I am convinced of it all throughout the summer, June, July, August, probably September as well. There's not going to be any euphoria anywhere, and when will people get excited even about Bitcoin again? I'm thinking like even if it gets up to $50,000, that it's not, there's people are still going to be a little nervous. But $60,000, I think, is when people will start getting excited again, but not anywhere below there. We were just at that price range for so long that I think it's going to take a breakout above $60,000 and entry into new all-time highs for people to start thinking, okay, maybe we're actually back with this. And then they'll turn their attention to other cryptos, other shit coins. I swore I don't care. I'm so angry about this right now, like Dogecoin. And so that's what misplaced euphoria. That is next time around. Look for that. and I will be sounding the alarms. I will be looking for it myself, and let's collaborate. Let's talk with each other about the signs that we're seeing, and let's not wait for a blow off top for Bitcoin. Let's nip this in the bud. But if you hold, you will win. I am certain of it. Have a great weekend. Peace.